Dear people in Hamburg, we have been living with the coronavirus for almost 3 years now. There are always new developments and rules. Today I want to inform you about the following developments and news. Vaccination news. When is a booster vaccination important? Where do I have to wear a mask? When do I have to be in isolation? What test options do I have? Vaccination. There are different types of vaccines against COVID-19. mRNA vaccine, vector-based vaccines, protein vaccines, and since June 2022, one more vaccine type, an inactivated vaccine. The new vaccine Valneva. The vaccine has been available since June 2022 and is for people aged 18 to 50 years suitable. The vaccine is an inactivated vaccine, which means that the vaccine consists of the killed vaccine and inactive SARS-CoV-2 virus. For a basic immunization, you have to be vaccinated twice. The second vaccination is possible after 28 days. Valneva should not be used for pregnant women and those breastfeeding, since few studies are available. The booster vaccination. The booster vaccination is particularly important for your own protection and to prevent overloading the health system. Important. From October 1st, 2022, only people who have completed the third vaccination are considered fully vaccinated, meaning primary immunization plus a booster vaccination. Anyone who has received 2 vaccinations and had a coronavirus infection is also considered to be fully vaccinated. A second booster vaccination is recommended for the following people: people over the age of 60, people with immunodeficiency from the age of 5, persons from the age of 5 with serious pre-existing conditions, persons in care facilities, employees in medical facilities, doctors' practice or hospitals. Corona vaccines adapted to the Omicron variant have been available since September 2022. Those are from BioNTech, Pfizer and Moderna. All adapted vaccines are suitable for the first and second booster vaccination. The BioNTech-Pfizer vaccine is recommended for people 12 years and older. The Moderna vaccine for people over 30. In addition, for people over 60 years of age and people with previous illnesses, the following vaccinations are recommended: flu vaccination, vaccination against pneumococci, and whooping cough. What does the corona vaccination protect against? The vaccination protects against a severe course of illness. Those who are boosted are less likely to infect others. Where can I get vaccinated in Hamburg? At the general practitioner, in the 2 large vaccination centers in Harburg-Arkaden and Tango Terminal at the airport, and in various hospitals. Mask requirement. In public transport, masks are compulsory for everyone aged 6 and over. Medical or FFP2 masks can be worn. An FFP2 mask is not mandatory, but wearing a FFP2 mask is strongly recommended. It is also important to keep your distance, wear masks, pay attention to hygiene, ventilate regularly, and use the Corona Warn app. An FFP2 mask requirement applies in long-distance transport for persons aged 14 and over, in doctors' surgeries and healthcare facilities. A negative test is also required for visits to hospitals and care facilities. Isolation. People who are infected with the coronavirus must be isolated for at least 5 days. They must stay at home and should also avoid contact with people living in their own household. After 5 days, you should do a self-test. If it is still positive, it is important to continue to voluntarily isolate yourself until the test is negative. Test options. When should I test myself? After contact with an infected person, before meeting unvaccinated people or people with pre-existing conditions, before major events. If you have symptoms such as cough and fever, please do not go to the test center. Do a self-test at home. Testing. The citizen test with an additional payment of €30 is for people attending an indoor event on the same day, contact with people over 60 years of age, people with disabilities, people with pre-existing conditions, or people for whom the Corona Warn app displays a warning, red tile. Proof must always be presented for the €3 citizen test, such as an admission ticket. The citizen test is free for children under 5 years of age, people who cannot be vaccinated for medical reasons, pregnant women in the first trimester, people who need a negative test in order to be released from quarantine, visitors, patients and residents of hospitals, care facilities, day clinics, refugees in residential accommodation, caregivers, and people living with an infected person. Proof must always be submitted for the free citizen test, such as a receipt from a doctor, birth certificate for children, or the maternity passport for pregnant women. Anyone can use the rapid test in pharmacies and test centers. The test costs between 10 and 20 euro and has to be paid for by yourself. A PCR test is only free after a certified positive rapid test. If you have any questions, go to your family doctor. Continue to take good care of yourself and stay healthy.